What's up, what's up, what's up? Desi here. If you're new, I'm Desi. If you're not new, you already freaking knew that. Welcome back. So, hope you're all fabulous. Let's talk something. Let's talk about why most people do not have free will. Not for long. Not for long. Not for long. But let's talk about why most people have lost their free will and why having a spiritual awakening and becoming conscious is regaining your power and your free will. When we were told, so you hear it all the time, free will is your birthright. Everybody has free will. Yes. When you were born and you were a baby and you were brought in and you were just like this clean slate, pure consciousness, untainted. You haven't observed anything. You haven't been told anything. Even though, I will say, believe it or not, we do pick things up in the womb. I've done a lot of healings on people where I've uncovered some mysteries. But nonetheless, when you are a baby, you are a clean frickin' slate. You are creating through pure consciousness. 144 on the timer. You have not been told what's possible, what's impossible. And as you're growing up, you observe, you make assumptions, and eventually you are told that your imagination is bogus. Understand this. The moment you accepted that your imagination is not real is the moment you lost your free will. Because that is the moment you start creating through limitations that you have observed in your environment, through the stories that have been told to you, through the assumptions that you made, through the limited experiences that you have observed, felt, and been told. So understand this. Most people do not have free will because they do not realize they're conscious. They are not conscious that their imagination is their power. Their imagination is their soul. It is literally God. So, let's move a little bit forward and talk about how you regain your free will. Because most people don't have it. Most people have an auto response to every situation in their life, aka programming. Most people have stories / assumptions in their mind that impose limitations and dismantle imagination, which regardless is still creating. So the only way to take back your free will is A, to realize that imagination is the only reality. B, think for yourself. Because this is the thing. When I'm saying that most people have an automatic response, those automatic responses are coming from the programming and most people roll with it. They don't even observe it. So the only way to take your free will back is to become conscious of your inner world. Become conscious of your thoughts. Become conscious of the stories and the beliefs. and to consciously choose new thoughts, new beliefs, new feelings. That is how you dismantle and dissolve limitation and limiting beliefs. The only way to have your free will back is to be conscious of your inner world, because the outer world is just a mirror of your inner world. So if your inner world is on autopilot, your outer world is also on autopilot. Truth about free will. Don't roll with the stories that aren't favorable for you. Create new stories. Create new assumptions. Create new thoughts. Disqualify the automatic responses and consciously choose how you're going to respond. I'm sure you've heard me say this many times on my channel, but circumstances do not matter. Your reality is a neutral mirror, and the way that you respond, the way that you react, is what creates the meaning of the reflection in the mirror. I hope you're following me. The only way to have your free will and to take your power back, I'm just going to say it one more time, is to consciously choose your thoughts, to consciously choose your imagination, to consciously choose the pictures in your mind, the inner conversations that you're having. And I know you could probably relate with this. Have you ever had, like, say you have like an argument with somebody, okay? And all of a sudden you start having an inner conversation in your mind. Like you're driving to go see that person, and all of a sudden you're having a conversation with them before you even meet them. Understand you're manifesting that right then. You're unconscious of it because it's an automatic response to the stories that have been written in your programming. The assumptions that you are making of this situation, when you could be conscious that that's not how you want the situation to roll out, and you can choose a different conversation. I hope so. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. How do you become conscious of your thoughts and emotions? You observe them. How do you observe them? You stay present. You be present in the moment. Being present in the moment is when we are most connected to our higher self. That is when our higher self can actually communicate with us. That is, the present moment is when you tap in to your imagination. You got to understand, the future and the past are what create the ego. They are what create the automatic responses. So to be aligned with your higher self, you have to let go of the future and the past and be present in the moment. I hope this makes sense. Anywho. This is why meditation, you would be surprised how many people I've worked with that don't meditate. That's the only way, man. I mean, it's not the only way, because meditation, like, you don't have to go into like a deep trance, but meditation is literally silencing the mind, which is the automatic stories, assumptions that are in your mind. It's the only way, is to silence the mind and be present. That is what meditation is. Observing. You may not be able to stop the thoughts, but you can observe them, and once you observe them, you can choose them consciously. So that's this video. I love you all. Clear the fog. Become present. Anywho, bye guys. I'll see you again another day.